Now I was actually out on a walk downstream earlier, and yeah, the water level looks pretty high. Not all that fast flowing, but definitely higher than usual. So I'm probably going to ditch the leg leash for today's paddle, because this section of the river has quite a lot of hidden obstacles and trees in the edge of the banks. And I don't have a quick release belt yet, so I'm just going to go about. Let's get this baby in the water. First step on the new board. There we go. Oh, cool, it's a slow progress going against this flow. It is going quite quick, to be fair. Quite a few obstacles as well to meander your way through. Don't mind slow progress though, because it's an absolute beauty of a day. You can get a bit of information off the water surface of where are some hidden sort of obstacles and branches and trees and whatnot. Just got to try and work your way through them. And as well, when you're pointing upstream, the drag's going to be a lot less. But if your board is side on, if you're trying to get right around an obstacle, the drag's going to be a lot more. Jesus, this water level is so high. Normally there's literally like banks and stuff around here. But I think this is where I camped before, and there's almost like a whole beach like lagoon bit here. Some madness. I'm actually thinking there's a shit ton of volume coming down this river, and I think the way back's going to be bloody hairy, as in like I'm going to be going so fast. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to really control my speed and direction that well. You don't want to be hitting things like that. So I'm not really sure what the plan is right now. I'm already a decent way away from the car. I'm going to briefly land here, spin the paddleboard round, and then have a little test run down that open area, and that's back towards where I've camped before, so I kind of know where the banks are and stuff, to see, before I commit any further, how bad the way back is going to be. Let's just keep hold of you just in case. I'm just going to spin it around here. So like I said, if you're on the board and you're sort of horizontal with the flow, it might be quite hard to keep control and turn around quick enough. It's that big lump of wood over there that's made me a little bit cautious. So I do not want to be hitting something like that on the way back. The higher up I'm getting, the more the flow seems to be getting. The first plan is I'm going to jump on my knees and see if I can control paddling back downstream. We'll see how that goes in a minute. Another plan B, literally put the paddleboard up and walk back round to the car. Don't really want to be doing that because, I mean, like, it's just mild downstream flow, and if I can't handle it, there's another little get out point just down there, and this part of the river is fairly open in terms of obstructions and that, because I've just paddled that bit. Let's see how we get on going back down. Oh, you know what, that's not bad at all. But I just know if I need to slow down, my paddle's going to be less effective because of the flow. Let's see if I can kind of move myself around the river a bit if I need to. I mean, like, manoeuvrability is not that bad. But then again, I'm actually going quite slow. I thought it'd be going well faster than this. Anything tight, turning wise, I'm just gonna have to put a bit of oomph into it. Put a bit of oomph into it, and then a bit of a slow down into it. Oh yeah, that's manageable. I think that bit just looks really fast because it's a bit of a straight section. But now I'm back here, it doesn't actually look too ominous. I think I'm happy to carry on going upstream for a bit longer. Make the most of this beautiful day. But like I said, turning like this, you're going to drift horribly with the river. So you want to try and do it a bit quicker. Let's get back up to feet. Oh. Let's go. And there are some horrible, like, strainer type vegetation on this river, up this section. So you want to be very confident on your paddleboard. But it's not actually going that fast, is it? There will be some undertow though. Back to this fast flowing little section, which made me question whether I should be paddling this river today. I did actually have a plan C lined up. So plan A was just to give it a little test run on the knees, and that was actually successful. Plan B was to get on the bank and walk it back round to the car. But plan C, admittedly it was a backup plan. I was actually just gonna slowly inch myself backwards, back downstream. It'll be a slow, long process, but you'd be able to control the speed a lot more and move a lot slower if the pace was too much. So if I wanted to slow down, I just paddle back upstream a little bit, and that would have slowed me up, give me time to realign, readjust, look over my shoulders, make sure I'm not going to bash into anything too much. But it would have been a very long, slow process. But again, that's why it's plan C. This is a nasty little section to look out for on the way back. You don't want to be going that side of the tree, that's for sure. Although you probably could get through. Ideally want this section, but because it is quite narrow, it's forcing the water through there a bit quicker. And then you're going to have to watch out for a few of the stumps a bit further along. Oh, that's tough getting through that little bit. Yeah, note to self, stick bloody left. Now this bit around here is where the flumes are, Langham flumes, and it's going to be absolutely pouring through here. I don't actually know how close I'm going to be able to get to the portage point. Oh, nice little fishing lure there, being strung up in the tree. Oh my god, this is pumping through here. This is absolutely pumping. Bloody hell. I think I'm just going to aim for this get out bit here and not push my luck too much. Now this bit is going to be hairy on the way back. I'm going to have to be right on it. Well, at least this looks like a nice solid bank to land on. Yeah, all good. I'm going to go check out, see how furious this flumes is looking. And I don't think I'm going to be coming any closer to it today. Not on the paddleboard anyway. Yeah, bank's been breached here. Just come right over the edge. It looks quite turbulent, this bit. This bit would be touch and go, I tell ya, if I tried to get out at a normal portage point. And then in terms of the actual concrete bit of the flume, that is the highest I've ever seen it. Jesus, that is ripping through there. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Problem is though, with this flume, there's like a load of rocks either side that goes through a little bit of a gully. So you need to be careful, because if you fall off and haven't got a helmet on like me, you high chance of whacking your head on a solid bit of brick or concrete underneath. Bloody hell. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Jesus, that is pumping through there. Oh my god, I so badly want to do it, but I'm not that stupid to do this by myself. Oh my god, it's too tempting. Oh, we've got a log coming up. Let's see how this log fares. He's going for it. Oh my god, he's getting some speed up. He's getting some speed up. Is he going to come out the other end? Oh my god, he's actually racing through. Jesus. Oh. Didn't look too bad, to be fair. Well, I suppose I could stick in the left lane and try and get across over there, but there's just no way I'm doing that on a stand-up paddleboard. If I had sort of like a short stumpy kayak, I think I'd be tempted to give it a go, but yeah, I'm chickening out of this one, I'm afraid. Gonna have to crack the strong stuff out after that paddle. Get me ready for the way back. You imagine if you didn't know this river and you were paddling on down here, nice and calm, nice and calm, and nice and calm. Oh, bloody hell! Bloody hell! That'd be one head of a shock. Now this little bit through here was actually looking pretty hairy on the approach. So I'm gonna take the opportunity, see if I can spot a line coming back, just so I know what I'm doing way before I get there. Whoa, bloody hell, slippery. This is how this bit is going to go in my head. I'm going to launch just there, underneath that big arc, come through this bit on the left-hand side of this vegetation here, which is kind of where the main part of the flow looks like it's going, and then scoot on through, try and get to that side underneath there, and avoid all this carnage just there. Sounds good in theory. Let's see how it goes in practice. Now, I don't know if I'm overkilling this a bit, and the way back is actually going to be calm as hell, but I guess it's better to be a little bit prepared and know where you're heading rather than just dealing with it as you come to it. It's probably pushing my boundaries, but I guess that's good as well. But I don't feel nervous in the water, and I think nervous and excitement is a fine line, and if you find yourself on the nervous side, maybe you shouldn't do it, but excitement and adrenaline isn't a bad thing. So just do what you're comfortable with, and yeah, have fun, stay young, baby. Here we go, boys and girls. Let's send this back. Oh, I think I'm just gonna go straight onto knees. This is gonna be a little bit of a meander through here. Here we go. Oh. I'm gonna try and not gather too much speed, just to make it easier for myself. Give myself a bit more time. And I'm aiming left of that bit of vegetation there, in front. Am I going to make it to the left? I think so, but it's going to be tight. Ah, no, easy good. Easy good. Oh yeah, breeze. Absolutely breezy. Whew. Maybe I could have managed that bit of the flumes. I'm going to be back at the car at no time at all. Let's get across past there, just because you've got those two trees there. Give that a nice wide berth. I'm going to start getting back towards the other side, because again, another two twigs, well, trees coming out of the water there. I'm going to slow it down ever so slightly, because I was getting a bit ahead of myself there. Oh yeah, this is easily manageable. I'm glad I carried on going. I'm glad I've done that little tester run, just to turn around to make sure that I was all good at controlling it on the way back. Because there's that stump where I thought, well, bloody hell, fish or something's jumped out there. But yeah, there's that stump where I did sort of second guess myself and wonder, was this wise to be doing with the river this high? But it was absolutely fine. Oh. This is actually quite relaxing this way. The way up there is more exciting and adrenaline pumping. This is a bit too casual. I think I might actually stand up, you know. Why the bloody hell not? Hopefully I can get the paddle sorted before I get too close to this tree here on the left. Pardon me. Should we go for a bit of speed? Do fancy it. This is where I hit something underneath and get catapulted forwards. When you have flow like this as well, it can catch your back fin and catch you off guard sometimes. So something to be aware of as you're entering. All these branches aren't too big. They're pretty spindly. If you did knock into them, they'd likely just bend around your body as long as you stood strong. If they were solid, you definitely wouldn't want to be trying to go in and out of them, because that would stop you and your board would carry on going. There's something disrupting the flow there as well. Must just be like a log underwater or something. Oh. Oh. Well, I do apologise to everyone who was a little bit disappointed in how anticlimactic that was. I definitely felt like it was going to be a bit more extreme and a bit more action-packed coming back down there than it actually was. So pretty chill paddle back. I think I got a bit excited by the rushing water up by the flume. First thoughts on the new SUP by Goose Hill. Pretty decent. I'll do a bit more of an in-depth review video when I've had it and tested it a few more times. Until then, have fun, stay young, baby. You. quick note just to end on actually, because the water level was quite high, I chose to paddle upstream first. Because if you go downstream, you whiz all the way down there, and then the flow's too much to paddle back. You're in a bit of bother. So that's why I chose to go upstream first. It worked out pretty good.